Hello Glamorous, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell for more upcoming DIY future videos. For this DIY, I'll be making 3 different home decor using DVDs. If you would like to find out what I created, just continue watching. For the first DIY, I'll be starting off with 28 DVDs. I don't play DVDs anymore, and instead of getting rid of them, I might as well make them into home decor. So I'll be using this pack of 3D reforms, and I'll be using just 1 ring. They come with little hooks on each side, so I'll be bending them flat. And don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms linked below. So I'll be using this 12-inch round mirror, and I'll place my wire hoop around the mirror. For the remainder of all 3 DIYs, I'll be using my strongest glue sticks. I'll be using the mirror as my focus point so I may stay centered, and then I'll start gluing on my DVDs. I will continue gluing the DVDs going around, and now that I'm sure of my focus point, I'll remove the mirror and continue gluing the DVD. As I continue gluing, I overlap them 1 inch. I'll have a complete list for all 3 DIYs in the description bar below. Because I want both sides to come down into a V-shaped design, I'll continue gluing and adding my DVDs. Once I was done with one side, I'll flip it over and I'll start gluing on small craft sticks, and I'll be gluing them, connecting the DVDs together to make it nice and solid and sturdy. I will continue gluing on the craft sticks until I feel comfortable that it's nice and sturdy. Once I was done, I took it to a well-ventilated area and spray painted one side 2 coats of white spray paint. Next, I'll be using metallic gold contact paper and mirror reflection paper. I'll start with the gold contact paper, and I'll start cutting them into different size strip. And it doesn't matter how wide or long they are because I'm looking for different sizes. When I'm applying my strips, I'll be applying them in different angles, and I'll also be overlapping them as well. At the end result, this will give me a different pattern, so I'm just going to go crazy with them. When I get to a tight corner, I'll just use my X-Acto knife to cut off the remaining strip. Once I was done with the gold, I'll continue with the mirror reflection paper. To cover the DVD holes, I'll be gluing on 1-inch mirror tiles. I took my 12-inch mirror and glued it onto a 12-inch cardboard cutout, and I placed it in the center on the back side of the frame, and then I also placed a heavy item on top to press it down. To hold my mirror in place, I used 4 large craft sticks with a generous amount of hot glue and glued them on in a vertical and horizontal position. I'll have the final look with the remaining 2 DIYs at the end of this video. To hang it up, I use a photo frame hook with a generous amount of hot glue. The second and third DIY, I'll be starting off with 2 painter sticks that I already painted in white, and I'll be gluing them together using Gorilla wood glue. I also added hot glue to hold them in place. Be making a lamp, so I'll be using 30 DVDs in totals, but you may also use CDs. Next, I'll start gluing my DVDs on the painter sticks, and I'll be using small craft sticks as I go in the center to make it wider. Two DIYs that you're about to see, I've made them a year ago, but I wanted to reshare them with you to give you an ideas on what to make with DVDs. As I start reaching the bottom, I'll be gluing on my craft sticks shorter. Next, I'll start gluing on the DVDs from the top into the center all the way to the bottom. I use 15 DVDs on each side for a total of 30. Next, I took 2 wooden rods and cut them in half, so I'll have 4. Next, I use my wood glue and hot glue, and I glue 2 together, so I'll have a set of 2. Next, I took 1 and I placed a marking 3 inches away, and then I applied more wood glue and hot glue, and I'll be inserting it inside on one side, and I'll repeat the same step on the opposite side. For the second lamp, I'll be repeating the same steps with the painter's sticks, and you have the options of painting the sticks if you like, and I'll start gluing the DVDs in a different pattern. For the bottom DVD, I needed to be flat on the surface, so I cut some off. Use 8 on each side for a total of 16. For the lamp bases, I'll start with using two 6-inch plastic bowls. For the first lamp, I placed markings where I'll be using my soldering iron to cut out, and I'll be leaving the center. Next, I took one styrofoam block and I cut it in half, and I'll take one piece and glue it inside the bowl. So I used rocks for weight and balancing, and I glued them inside the bowl, and then I took a cardboard cutout, cut it to size, and glued it as a lid. The second lamp, I only cut out one side with my soldering iron and repeated the same gluing steps. The first lamp, I applied hot glue in the cutouts, and then I took my body of the lamp and pushed it down in the rods, and I applied more hot glue for extra hold. Once I was done, I took them both to a well-ventilated area and spray painted one metallic gold and one silver. And to cover the DVD holes, I glued on large gems. I also glued on gems around the bottom base. Also took smaller gems and applied them around the edges of each DVD. I also repeated all the same steps on the gold lamp. So I'll be working on the lamp shades, and I'll start off with strong poster board and a 20-inch hula hoop, and I'll take the 20-inch hula hoop, trace it on top, and then I'll cut it out. So I took my long ruler and I draw two lines, vertical and horizontal. Needed a 4-inch circle in the center, so I'll be using this duct tape roll. So I'll take my scissors and cut out the center. Next, I'll be using mirror reflection paper, and I'll be covering up the poster board cutout. To close it up, I apply hot glue inside the edges. I took an 8-inch embroidery hoop and I glued it inside the lampshade, and this made it nice and strong and sturdy. On the second lampshade, I used gold mirror reflection contact paper. I also took two round styrofoams and covered the edges with the same contact paper. Took a large skewer and spray painted in metallic gold, and I cut it down to 3.5 inches, and I cut 3. Took my 3 skewers and I placed them inside the styrofoam 3 inches apart, and then I glued them in place in an angle. I repeated the same steps on the silver. So I placed them inside the lampshades and adjusted the skewers a little, and then I glued them in place. To attach the lampshades, I pressed them down into the skewers and glued them in place. And for lighting, I used 2 remote LED touch lights. And here is the finished looks for all 3 DIYs. I'm in love with the way all 3 DIYs turned out. They're all unique and beautiful and stunning in their own ways. And now you know not to throw away your DVDs or CDs, and put them into good use for beautiful home decor. This mirror wall decor turned out stunning and is very large, so you will need a large area in your home to place it on. Both lamps turned out stunning and beautiful, and the lighting speaks for itself, and they also bring an Asian vibe. Who would have ever thought that you would take DVDs or CDs and turn them into beautiful, stunning home decor? I hope you enjoy all 3 DIYs as much as I enjoy creating them. Now don't forget, I post new DIY videos every week. Like and share with family and friends, and subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you wish. Turn on your notification bells for more upcoming future videos. I'll see you on my next DIY upload.